Not loud strong. Not forced strong. Not the kind of strength that asks you to hide what you feel. A quieter kind of strength. The kind that returns slowly, like sunlight entering a room in the morning. The kind that does not rush you. The kind that reminds you that you are still here, still growing, still becoming. Take a slow breath. You do not have to fix your whole life in this moment. You do not have to understand everything today. You do not have to become a completely new person before you are allowed to feel proud of yourself. Right now, it is enough to pause. It is enough to breathe. It is enough to remember that your strength has not left you. It may simply be softer today. And soft strength is still strength. Sometimes, when you have been carrying many thoughts, many responsibilities, and many quiet hopes, you may start to believe that you are losing your power. But often, you are not losing your power. You are only tired from using it for so long without enough gentleness. There is a difference between being weak and being in need of rest. There is a difference between being lost and being in a season where your next step is still forming. There is a difference between failing and learning how to begin again with more wisdom. So let this be a gentle reminder. You are not behind because you need time. You are not less worthy because you need encouragement. You are not broken because some days feel harder than others. You are human. You are learning. You are allowed to move through life with patience. Think of a rose before it blooms. It does not open all at once. It does not apologize for being closed in the morning. It does not compare itself to the flowers already open beside it. It follows its own quiet rhythm. It receives the light. It receives the rain. It opens when it is ready. You are allowed to have your own rhythm too. You are allowed to grow without rushing. You are allowed to rest without guilt. You are allowed to be proud of small steps. Maybe today, strength looks like answering one message. Maybe it looks like drinking water, opening a window, writing one honest sentence, or taking a calm walk. Maybe it looks like choosing not to speak harshly to yourself. Small things count. Quiet things count. The steps no one sees still matter. You do not need an audience for your growth to be real. You do not need applause for your effort to be meaningful. Some of the most important changes happen quietly, inside ordinary days, while the world is not watching. A peaceful choice is still a powerful choice. Choosing to breathe before reacting is powerful. Choosing to rest before you become empty is powerful. Choosing to speak to yourself with kindness is powerful. Choosing to try again, even gently, is powerful. You may have forgotten this, but you have already survived many days that once felt too difficult. You have found your way through moments that asked a lot from you. You have continued, learned, adapted, softened, and strengthened. That matters. Your story is not only made of big achievements. It is also made of quiet returns. The morning you decided to keep going. The evening you chose peace instead of pressure. The moment you stopped chasing approval and began listening to your own needs. The time you reminded yourself, I still matter. These moments are part of your strength. And today, you can return again. Not by becoming perfect. Not by pretending everything is easy. Not by pushing yourself until you feel empty. But by coming back to what is true. You are worthy even when you are still learning. You are valuable even when your progress is slow. You are allowed to take up space in your own life. You are allowed to want peace. You are allowed to choose what helps your heart feel lighter. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breath become easier. Imagine placing every heavy thought beside a quiet window. Not throwing it away. Not fighting it. Just setting it down for a while. Letting the light touch it. Letting the room become calm again. You can return to those thoughts later with more steadiness. For now, you are allowed to be here. Here, in this breath. Here, in this moment. Here, with nothing to prove. So much of life can make people feel as if they must constantly earn their place. Earn rest. Earn kindness. Earn confidence. Earn love. Earn peace. But your worth is not something you earn at the end of a perfect day. Your worth is already with you. It is not removed by a mistake. It is not reduced by a slow season. It is not erased by uncertainty. Your worth is steady, even when your feelings move. And when you remember that, even a little, something inside you begins to settle. You do not have to chase strength. You can return to it. You return to strength when you tell the truth gently. You return to strength when you stop shrinking to make everything easier for everyone else. You return to strength when you choose one healthy step instead of waiting for the perfect moment. You return to strength when you forgive yourself for not knowing then what you know now. There is wisdom in you. Maybe it feels quiet, but it is there. It speaks in small ways. A sense that you need rest. A feeling that something deserves your attention. A soft pull toward a better habit. A peaceful knowing that you are ready to treat yourself differently. Listen for that wisdom. You do not need to change your whole life overnight. You only need to create one small space where peace can enter. A cleaner corner. A calmer morning. A kinder thought. A slower breath. A better boundary. A softer evening. One space is enough to begin. And once peace has a place to enter, it often starts to grow. Like light across a floor. Like flowers opening after rain. Like warmth returning to a room. You are not starting from nothing. You are starting from experience. Every year, every lesson, every quiet choice has shaped you. Not into someone who must be hard, but into someone who can be steady. Someone who can notice what matters. Someone who can begin again with more care. Strength does not always feel like energy. Sometimes strength feels like honesty. Sometimes it feels like patience. Sometimes it feels like saying, "Today, I will not give up on myself." Sometimes it feels like choosing a peaceful step when your mind wants to rush. Let that be enough. You do not have to be everything to everyone. You do not have to carry every expectation. You do not have to explain your healing, your growth, or your pace to people who are not walking your path. Your life is not a race against someone else's timeline. It is a garden. Some seasons are for blooming. Some seasons are for roots. Some seasons are for quiet renewal. Some seasons are for sunlight, and some are for learning how to receive rain. Every season can serve your becoming. So today, instead of asking, "Why am I not further ahead?" ask, "What would help me feel steady right now?" Maybe the answer is simple. A breath. A glass of water. A kind sentence. A short walk. A few minutes of stillness. A promise to stop speaking to yourself like an enemy. That promise alone can change the feeling of the day. Because the way you speak to yourself becomes the atmosphere you live in. Let your inner atmosphere become softer. Let it become a place where growth feels possible. Let it become a place where mistakes become lessons. Let it become a place where rest is respected. Let it become a place where your worth is not questioned every time life feels uncertain. You deserve that kind of inner home. A calm place inside yourself. A kind place. A strong place. And you can build it slowly. One thought at a time. One choice at a time. One peaceful return at a time. So when you need to feel strong again, begin here. Breathe. Remember what is true. You are still capable. You are still worthy. You are still allowed to begin again. You can be soft and strong. You can be calm and confident. You can be growing and still be enough. Let today be gentle. Let your next step be simple. Let your heart remember, strength does not always arrive like thunder. Sometimes, it returns like morning light. Quietly. Warmly. Faithfully. And when it comes back, you may realize it was never truly gone. It was waiting beneath the noise. Waiting beneath the pressure. Waiting for you to pause long enough to feel it again. You are still here. You are still blooming. And that is a beautiful kind of strength. If these words brought you a little peace, you are welcome to stay close to the gentle bloom. Subscribe for more calm reminders, soft emotional resets, and peaceful words for quiet strength.